TF2. My voice in this means absolutely nothing, because I don't have near enough of a big following to make even the slightest dent or scratch in what the problem is here. But I'm going to participate because it just feels right to. For the hashtag Save TF2 event that's been put up by several TF-tubers, it only makes sense that everybody, and absolutely everybody who has even the slightest amount of a following, any sort of slight voice in the world, who actually cares about this game, to speak up and add to it. And if my voice is drowned out in the ocean of others, then that's a good thing, because that means there's enough to drown me out. But I'm going to participate nonetheless, because this game means a lot to me. I am by no means a seasoned veteran to this game. I started well after Jungle Inferno ship had sailed. I started well into the bot crisis of casual. I haven't seen an update whatsoever. I started playing in early May of 2020. And yet, even though I've been playing for just over 2 years at this point, I already have almost 2,500 hours on this game. It's amazing to me. This kind of stuff is something that we will never see again in the gaming community. And of course, there's already thousands upon thousands of videos out there talking about why this game is so great, what makes it so good, what makes it so appealing, and all that stuff. You already know that stuff, but just remember that there will never be something like TF2 again. There will never be another Team Fortress 2. As old as it is, and as bad as the graphics are sometimes, as buggy as the things are, as unbalanced as some things are, at the end of the day, at its core, this game is a masterpiece. This game is amazing, and we all love it so much. And the fact that it's being asphyxiated by a problem that we can't do anything about is just painful to every single one of us. I'm not one to bargain much, but if you ask me, I think that we could benefit if Valve just forgot entirely about new content, new updates. If the updates and new content stopped flowing in, the game would still eventually die from old age and not receiving anything new, but at that point we could at least say that it died of natural causes, happily, peacefully, in its deathbed, rather than being hanged to death by a bot problem that the creator refuses to acknowledge. Especially servers in the Western Hemisphere. In the United States particularly, it's impossible to play the main game. You have to deal with community servers and crap, which is working out but won't forever. At the very least, Valve should give the community something to do here. If they're not going to participate because they're a multi-billion-dollar company, like the biggest name in gaming industry, which is not surprising, since they're such a big company, of course they're going to make shitty decisions. But if they're going to ignore it and only add things for profit, then at least give us a way to fix the problems ourselves. If they're not going to care, then give the toolbox to us and let us fix the issue. Because we want this game to live on for another 10 or 20 years. We want to play this game for that much more time. If they don't want to moderate it, sure, whatever, but give us a method to fix it ourselves if you're not going to. And this opinion's never going to reach them. They're not going to listen to me, but it's out there now. My voice is out there for the hashtag Save TF2 event. If you guys haven't pitched in at all, if you have any sort of following or any sort of place in a community or whatever, it doesn't have to be on YouTube, it could be on just something for this event here. Throw in everything that you have just to see if we can get their attention. And if this day of reckoning of sorts isn't enough, then we should do it day after day after day until they have no choice but to say something. That is all.